In every modern war, soldiers wear helmets. Not because they make you invincible, but because once, millions of soldiers fought without them, and the battlefield paid the price. This is not a story about weapons, this is the story of a single piece of gear that quietly changed how wars were fought. Welcome to War Gear Archives. This channel is not about who won wars, or which weapon was deadlier. Here, we study war through objects, helmets, boots, packs, tools, because sometimes, a piece of equipment tells us more about war than any battlefield map. And today, we begin with one of the most overlooked artifacts of modern warfare, the steel helmet. Before the 20th century, soldiers marched into battle with little more than cloth caps, leather hats, or ceremonial headgear. Wars were loud, chaotic, but head protection was not a priority, not because commanders didn't care, but because the battlefield had not yet changed. Bullets were slower, artillery was limited, shrapnel was rare. Then, industrial warfare arrived. When World War I began, armies expected a short, mobile conflict. What they got instead was trench warfare. Artillery fire became constant. Explosions filled the air with steel fragments. Soldiers were no longer killed only by bullets, but by pieces of metal falling from above. Casualty reports revealed a shocking pattern. Head wounds skyrocketed, not fatal wounds, avoidable wounds, and suddenly, armies faced a question they had never asked before. What if soldiers actually needed head protection? France was the first to act. In 1915, they introduced the Adrian helmet, thin steel, simple design, mass-produced. Britain followed with the Brodie helmet, shaped like a shallow bowl, designed to stop shrapnel from above. Germany responded with the Stahlhelm, offering deeper coverage and side protection. None of these helmets could stop a bullet. That was never the goal. Their purpose was simple: reduce head injuries from fragments. And they worked. Head wound casualties dropped dramatically. For the first time, a piece of gear didn't just protect soldiers, it changed survival statistics. Steel helmets were heavy, hot, and comfortable. They restricted hearing, they caused fatigue, but armies accepted the trade-off. Protection was no longer optional, it became standard. The helmet quietly redefined what a soldier looked like. From this point forward, entering combat without head protection was considered unacceptable, not heroic, not brave, just outdated. The steel helmet never disappeared. It evolved from steel to composite to Kevlar, but its role remained the same. It did not make soldiers fearless. It did not win battles. It reduced casualties and changed how armies thought about survivability. And that shift, from offense to protection, marked the beginning of modern military gear philosophy. The steel helmet is not impressive on its own. It doesn't fire, it doesn't explode, but it reminds us of something important. Wars are not only shaped by strategies and weapons, but by the objects soldiers carry on their bodies. In the next episodes of War Gear Archives, we'll continue exploring war, one piece of gear at a time, because sometimes, history is not written in books, but worn into steel. If you're interested in military history beyond battles and headlines, consider subscribing to War Gear Archives. New episodes explore how equipment shaped the way wars were fought and survived. Thank you for watching.